Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel for the Wolves versus Liverpool match preview ahead of the game on Saturday tea time. Yes, we go to Molineux, a place where has been a very, very kind, happy hunting ground for Liverpool recently. It has been very, very good as well. But obviously, before we do begin, please do remember to hit that like button. Do remember to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you like what you see, please do let me know as well. It is good to get some feedback, and it's good to get these as well. So, Wolves against Liverpool. Well, we'll talk about obviously our host Wolves. Not been the best start to the season. Let me just say that they have lost a couple of players in Max KILMAN going to obviously West Ham, and the biggest one for me was PEDRO Neto going to Chelsea. But when I look at Wolves, Gary O'Neill did a very, very good job last season. You know, getting them a 14th place finish, which was a very, very good finish for Wolves. It hasn't been a great start to the season, but then again, you can kind of see that the teams that they played this season, you'd be like, yeah, not expected to get many points against. I mean, they are sitting bottom with 1 point at the moment, are Wolves, and let me just say this: I think it's a very, very tricky season for Wolves, especially as a transition for them. When you look at what they've achieved recently, I think it is a bit of a transition season, especially with PEDRO Neto and Max KILMAN moving on. But yeah, results wise, it's not been great. It's not been great for Wolves, and especially for Gary O'Neill. 2 wins in 18 games at the moment for Wolves is not a very, very good record, to say the very, very least. So I think Wolves should be looking at, again at maybe getting us a scalp. You know, they have beaten Liverpool in the past in the FA Cup as well. But yeah, Wolves. You know, you've played Arsenal. You know, you played some big teams there. You have played some big teams, obviously. You know, getting beat by Arsenal, that was a 2-0 win, but for Arsenal. And I thought they were unlucky in that game. They had chances in that game. They had chances to get the ball in the back of the net. If it wasn't for a very good goalkeeping, then it would have been very, very good. Chelsea was the big one for me. 6-2. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. Let me just say that. Did not see Chelsea going to Wolves and win 6-2. And that was a big, big concern for me because they are very open at the back. They're very, very open at the back. Obviously, Jose Sa was in goal for both of those games. Now they're basically got number one in Sam Johnstone, signed from Crystal Palace this season as well. The other players that they've signed as well, Larsen, the big Danish striker, as well, who I think has been pretty good. As well. They did follow that up. They finally got off the mark with a 1-1 draw away at Nottingham Forest, which is a good result. A good result. They did exit the Carabao Cup as well to Brighton. That was a 2-1 defeat as well. And Newcastle obviously won there as well by 2-1. They won at Molineux. And then Aston Villa beat them by 3-1. So out of the fixtures where you can kind of see Wolves have had really, really difficult games: Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle, Aston Villa. That's 4 teams that are probably expected to be in the top half of the league. And yes, Nottingham Forest was the only point that they've got so far. So always a tricky game to go to Molineux. Always a tricky game to go to Molineux, and I fully expect a bit of the same. A bit of the same on Saturday. But I do fear for Gary O'Neill because wins from 18 games is not great. It is not a great look for any Wolves manager, and I think he is under pressure. I think he is very, very much under pressure. But as I said, they've still got a very, very good team across the board. You know, they've obviously got Sam in goal there. They have Mosquera, who I think has replaced Max KILMAN. Craig Dawson, of course, always has a very good game against us. Nuri, Semedo, and then obviously in the midfield you've obviously got Bellegarde, who's been very, very good. Andre, there was a lot of rumours about Andre potentially being linked with Liverpool as well, but he decided to go to Wolves. Obviously, Wolves fought off competition from Fulham for Andre. And he's a danger. He is a danger. So I say, Joe Gomez is one to look out for. Now, as Mario Lemina, of course, and then obviously my favourite player for Wolves is obviously Matheus Cunha. I think he is a fantastic player, very, very good, potent threat up front. And as we've said, Strand Larsen as well as another player to look out for. So Liverpool have to be wary. They'll definitely have to be wary. So that's the Wolves sort of side of things. I don't think Wolves will go down. I'll say that now. I don't think they will go down. I think there's probably the worse sides off, but they do need to start winning games because the more the pressure will get on to Gary O'Neill. He's a good manager. He is a good manager, but when I look at what he did at Bournemouth, he had a good run, and then it kind of went away, and it feels like his inability to sort of see out a lead as well. I think that's a big concern if you're a Wolves fan as well. So that's the Wolves side of things. Now we'll go on to obviously Liverpool side of things. Obviously, it has been very, very good start for the Reds. Coming up with a 5-1 victory against West Ham in the Carabao Cup, which was a very, very interesting game. Very, very strange game, I've got to say. Obviously, we did go behind in that game. Kwanzaa with a very early own goal. And then Diogo Jota did get a very quick fire double, it has to be said as well. So I look at that, and that was a very, very good good day at the office. And then obviously 3-1 Salah coming off the bench as well. That was his 14th goal as a substitute, by the way. Mo Salah, 14th goal as a substitute. So very, very well done to Mohamed Salah, to say the very, very least. And then it was 4-1 CODY GAKPO. Now, this is a big headache that Arne Slot's got to have because CODY GAKPO and Luis Diaz are on absolute fire this season. Obviously, Diaz has got 5 goals for the season so far. CODY GAKPO is sort of trialing him. He's having very, very good run of it at the moment, and good to see him back on the score sheet. It was very, very good to see him back on the score sheet. You'd have to say as well. So yeah, Arne Slot's got a bit of a headache. It's got a very, very bit of a headache to take, and I actually think that when you look at the side that was obviously picked against Bournemouth, I think it could be similar to that. Question marks over Alisson's fitness. If I'm being honest, I think you keep him for Bologna. If I'm being honest, I think you keep him for Bologna. I wouldn't risk him in this game. I think Kelleher has been fantastic in the 2 games that he's played. Bournemouth for the weekend, he was absolutely outstanding. And then again last night against West Ham, I thought he was absolutely outstanding again. So I fully expect Caoimhin Kelleher to still be deputising in goal for the Reds on Saturday. As far as obviously other sort of team news concerned, obviously the long-term absentee is definitely Harvey Elliott. He won't be back until I think next month. I think they were saying next month as well. And look, Rodri's injury to Manchester City has sort of given Liverpool a little bit of hope. It's given sort of Arsenal a little bit of hope that yes, we can chase down City because they've got a really tough game at Newcastle. Liverpool have got a chance to, put the pressure on for sure. But previously against Wolves, obviously last season was the final game of Jurgen Klopp. It was a 2-0 win at Anfield. Alexis McAllister and Andy Robertson getting the goals as well. So that was very, very good. Last season as well, Molineux, we did go behind. PEDRO Neto did score that day as well. And then we did go into a 3-1 lead. It was obviously Andy Robertson did score that day as well. And obviously Mo Salah was on the score sheet as well. So we have a good record against Wolves. We have a very, very good record against Wolves. And again, as I said at the start of the show, this won't determine Wolves' season. These kind of games against the top clubs, they will certainly not sort of determine their season. Let me just say that. I do think that when you look at Wolves, I think they are a very good side, but I think Liverpool can hurt them. I really, really do. I really think that this could be a game that we could hurt them. So the team really picks itself. I mean, the team that played the other night against West Ham was obviously in goal. Connor Bradley, Jarell Konza, Joe Gomez, Kostas Tsimikas. Then it was Endo, Curtis Jones, and then it was Chiesa on the right, Diogo Jota in the number 10 role, Cody Gakpo on the left, and then Darwin Núñez up front as well. So my starting 11 for the game, I'm going to go Kelleher in goal. I think Alexander-Arnold will come back in. So I'm going to go Alexander-Arnold at right back, Robertson at left back. And then the two centre backs, I think, will be Virgil van Dijk and Ibu Konate, because I don't think you can change the back four from the weekend. I think the back four was very, very steady as well. And then I'm going to go Gravenberch. I think Ryan Gravenberch deserves to keep his place. He's been absolutely outstanding so far. Then it will be Alexis McAllister. And then Szoboszlai, I think, comes back in to the side. And then there is a decision over the striking role. Do you bring in Diogo Jota, who scored 2 goals against West Ham and against his former club? He does have a good goal scoring record against his former club as well. Or do you keep faith in Darwin Núñez? Now, this is the question I think everyone is going to ask. And who goes on the left? For me, I don't think you can change it. I don't think you can change it. So I'm going to go Mohamed Salah on the right, Luis Diaz on the left. Sorry, Cody. I think you've had a very, very good time of it recently, but I do think that that Luis Diaz will come straight back into the side. And then I'm going to go Jota up front. I think Jota up front. So Kelleher in goal, Kelleher, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Birch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and then Salah, Diaz, and Jota. That would be my side as well. And then obviously on the bench, you would obviously have, if Alisson doesn't make it, then Jaros would be obviously on the bench. Then you'd have Gomez, then you'd have Konza, you'd have Tsimikas, you would have Jones, you would obviously have Cody Gakpo, you would have Bradley, you would have Núñez, and obviously Chiesa. That would be the bench as well. Score prediction, I am going to go for 2-0 Liverpool. I think it could be a game where we might have to just wait and see and take our chances. We have been very, very good in doing that. We've been very, very clinical lately as well, and we've been very, very off at the back. And I think that's what we're going to need against a Wolves side that will definitely be looking to play on the counter. They'll definitely be looking to get the ball out to Matheus Cunha, who can make things happen. Scored last week against Aston Villa. He will be the danger man, I think, for Wolves. And then it'll be another interesting midfield battle because obviously you've got João Gomez, you've got Mario Lemina there, Andre, of course, and then obviously you've got Liverpool with obviously Alex McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch as well. So that's going to be very, very key battle. But I think where Wolves are at the moment, I don't think they're as clinical as us. So I think we can kill them off. I think as well, Sam Johnston's going to have the best game of his life to keep us out as well. We usually do come up against a very, very good goalkeeper at some point. I'm just hoping that this is not the weekend to do it. So, yeah, I'm going to go Wolves 0, Liverpool 2. My goal scorers, I'm going to go for Diogo Jota to score against a former club. And I'm going to go Mo Salah. I'm going to go Mo Salah to score at Molineux again. I think he's got a very, very good goal scoring record as well. But yeah, there we go, guys. There was my wee quick match preview ahead of the game against Wolves on Saturday. And yeah, we will see what will happen. But please remember to hit that like button. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. And also let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section down below. But Liverpool go to Molineux and continue their winning formula and continue their very, very good start under Arne Slot. And I'm pretty sure, I'll be very, very much hoping that will be the case. But until then, I will say goodbye to you all, and yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday. And please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But until then, I will be back with another one very, very soon. And until then, it is You'll Never Walk Alone. Cheers, Reds.